is going to our game. So here's game number 2. Let's get right to it. All right, so here we are in the draft for game number 2. We've got, once again, Michigan against UCF. And, well, they currently haven't banned anyone out. So that's definitely going to be the first step that these teams need to take to get into the match.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they'll just stick with the Earth Spirit OD ban and stuff like that. There's the Lone Druid.
Yep, Lone Druid, which was banned out in the second phase of the first match.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also that Earth Spirit once again. You definitely want to take those skilled players off of it. It's very, very strategic.
Let's see an OD. Is this going to be an OD?
OD and Invoker? Is that going to be the next 2 bans? Just keep them standard?
Maybe Invoker first this time and then OD after.
Well, it could be true. We'll just have to see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the teams are pretty standard on what they don't want to see in these matches. The heroes are pretty strong. Interesting that the Lone Druid is getting banned out in both matches. Do you think that University of Michigan might have a strong Lone Druid player?
I mean, most teams should. I don't know if they do, but I think you should at least have one. Your mid or carry player should be able to play a good Lone Druid.
I mean, that's Zingle. That's assuming quite a bit about that guy. I mean, he managed to defeat as Sven somehow against that mostly physical lineup. I mean, I'm really not expecting too much from him in this match. It will be the Invoker that gets banned.
Oh, so it's OD, I guess. Yep, there it is.
Yep, OD is the first pick here from UCF, and it's a very strong hero. And will Michigan regret not banning it out this time?
Well, they picked against it. Let's see.
I think it could be a Nyx Assassin. I mean, that's generally your go-to against an OD.
Mm-hmm.
Other good heroes. You might want to block pick the Omni Knight. Omni Knight and OD can be a pretty good combo.
5 seconds remaining.
Outward Devourer. I mean, what do you think about this change? I mean, I think before we've talked about how you still have that Ags on the ultimate, which it's definitely not as interesting as it used to be with stealing all the E intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, like, he just needs stat items nowadays, and you just kind of fight with him. You hit things, and then when you get enough int stolen, you just ult. Like, beforehand, it was more of like, you go for the items rather. But nowadays, you see people just going drums. Drums into BKB. Sometimes they get the AoE staff, but Rada AoE, but I don't know. It seems like he's easier to build nowadays. Like, you can get earlier items to fight, and he just kind of scales really, really well into the late game.
And we did see that Nyx Assassin picked up against the OD. We did mention that Nyx Assassin with the mana burn. I mean, once that OD gets the intelligence up, it does allow the Nyx Assassin to do more damage with the mana burn.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spike Carapace is also a pretty good skill.
Mm-hmm. Well, they could pick second, though. I'd like to see, like, Furion, maybe. Nature's Prophet's pretty strong.
Nature's Prophet hasn't been banned too much in this series, and we could see a pickup here. In terms of against the OD, I don't think it would be the best. University of Michigan going for the Bounty Hunter, and there's a quick Spear Breaker from UCF, so they clearly knew what they wanted to do about it. This is clearly in response to the Nyx Assassin. Spear Breaker can just go to that lane, carry dust with him, so if he's trying to farm, he can't just Vendetta out. He's going to have to try and fight. And against a Spear Breaker, that could be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, they picked that Spear Breaker so fast, like as if they were picking it against the Nyx, but then they picked the Bounty Hunter and they kind of instant picked the Spear Breaker. I wonder if they even thought about, oh, hey, they have a Bounty Hunter too. But it works in their favor. You know, Spirit Breaker's gonna, if they charge either one of those heroes, they can't go in Viz to escape any ganks. It works out.
Yeah, the Bounty Hunter is of course countered by the Spirit Breaker. If you can see him, it's going to make it a bit difficult for him to get out of his engagements, and it may definitely affect the early game, especially since the Bounty Hunter might be a bit far behind the enemy lines, and a charge from a Spirit Breaker could hurt him quite a bit.
Seeing a lot of mid-hero bans now that against the OD. I guess those are two pretty good heroes against OD in lane. And they banned Omni. Pretty late, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, Omni and OD is one of those popular combos, and Michigan just don't want to go against it right now. It can also be good with the Spirit Breaker, since the Spirit Breaker can just get repelled as he charges in and not have to worry about any of the Nyx Assassin's control. So that could also secure the ganks onto the Nyx Assassin. And also Spirit Breaker Omni can be a strong combo as well, since you just have Spirit Breaker charging right on top of an enemy hero. Purification, that's just a heal bomb right there.
5 seconds remaining.
What do you think they'll pick now? I mean, they have a Spore hero. They have the, I guess it's going to be the mid hero. Could go really anywhere, I guess. What's good against Spirit Breaker and OD?
Oh man, that's a tough choice.
I'm gonna say Rubik again.
Rubik?
I don't know. I like Rubik.
You like Rubik. So you think the hero's good? You like Rubik?
I like Rubik. But against these heroes, I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe they go Tidehunter. Oh, there's a Lion. Yeah, that's actually a good pick. You can stun the SB while he's charging you. Yeah.
Spirit Breaker just charges in, Lion gets the stun, and well, Dazzle OD. So you're not gonna get the Omni, but you're definitely gonna be able to keep. Yeah, you got the Grave.
This is probably the second best hero you'd want paired with him, I guess. Spam a lot of heals, get all your mana back.
Yeah, right.
Great sustain.
Radiant team.
Ooh, Spectre.
I guess Michigan want to take this late game.
Legion Commander.
Dire team.
LC. Think that to be a jungle LC or no? They're probably offlane, huh?
I think this is offlane. I don't think UCF are toxic enough to run the Legion jungle. Also, the Legion against Spectre is an interesting matchup, especially if you level up the arrows. You can just always do damage to the Spectre, who has a fairly low health pool at the beginning of the game. You can man fight a Spectre. You don't have to worry about the dispersion or anything.
Reserve time.
I mean, it's a really interesting pickup, and then you can always go up against the Bounty Hunter or the Lion with your duel.
Radiant team ban.
Both teams have some good gank potential, I guess. University of Michigan's probably a little better. They can spec out anytime. They can, Bounty Hunter can roam, Nyx can roam, Lion can, stun stuff. But
5 seconds remaining.
The OD is probably just going to farm for most part of the first part of the game. Spirit Breaker's going to run around. LC, I guess, if they get a good start, is probably going to gank pretty well. But it seems a little more defensive, I guess, than the other team. I think University of Michigan will, even though they have the Spectre for the late game, they do have a team that can gank early on.
Well, with the Death Prophet getting banned out for UCF, we are going to get to the last pickups here. The DP ban, do you think that's good against the OD here?
I think it is. I think the push is really strong against the team that they have right now. Besides the Legion Commander, Wave Clear, they don't have much else. I guess Dazzle Heal Bomb's a little good, but I think if Death Prophet would have helped them get a good early lead, for the Spectre to have room, but that would mean that the Nyx would be offlane in that sense. So I don't know. I wonder if they're not really sold that the Nyx is going to be mid or not.
There's going to be another Templar Assassin here.
So it is going to be an offlane Nyx then.
Yeah, offlane Nyx. You've got the mid lane Templar Assassin. This time for the University of Michigan. Won't be on the Viper this time. And we're going to have a late game here. It is Spectre going against this Radiant lineup.
And waiting for the last pick for the Radiant side. What do they need here? I guess they need a carry, right? I don't
they
know.
need a
5
carry.
seconds remaining.
I'm not really
I
sure.
kind of like PL here, maybe. That seems pretty good.
Lancer.
Reserve
It can
time.
definitely rip through those refraction charges.
He can just kind of like dip in and out with the Phantom Lance.
Ursa,
Ooh,
the big bad bear coming in on here.
fuzzy
And
wuzzy. He just wants hugs.
I
And
don't
other
think he
things.
wants hugs. Other things. Wow. That just got really dark.
His name is actually Hugs and Kisses as well, actually. I didn't realize that.
Oh, nice. Wow, so topical and everything.
Probably a signature hero on him.
So we're getting into this match, and this time it is not Zinkel that's going to disconnect right off the bat. It is the offlaner for Michigan. So maybe they really got to get their internet sorted out over there.
Mhm.
In any case, we are going to get into this match. And, well, again, UCF went for a pickoff lineup with a little bit more team fight.
Yep. I think it's a pretty solid draft. They have good late game heroes, pretty good early game. I can't really predict who's going to do well in the beginning of this game, but I think if the SB gets some good stuns, and I mean good charges in the early game, good pickoffs, I think they can kind of snowball off that. But it seems like the beginning of the game might be a little passive. Maybe at the 8-minute mark or 10-minute mark, we might see some fights, but I don't know. We'll just kind of ride this one out.
I think the tempo of this game is really going to be set by the Spirit Breaker and the Bounty Hunter. Like, the amount that they get aggressive on the map is really going to determine exactly how much aggression we see early. So we see the heroes going to their lanes right now. And we already have that early Orb of Venom on the Bounty Hunter and no Sentry Wards for him so far. Nyx Assassin has that Observer Ward to block the pool camp. And we just have a little bit of a stare down here between the Legion Commander and the Spectre.
30 seconds to battle.
He's going to force the Legion Commander out. I think that she'll eventually get a ward down. There's a nice Observer Ward here for the Dire, going to give them a bit of vision. The Templar Assassin will definitely be able to get the bounty rune here. And she's not going to get contested at all, as is the OD at the bottom rune spot. Or maybe they'll give it over to the Ursa.
The battle begins.
I think the OD will take it. Yeah.
So the OD and the Templar Assassin will get their mid lane runes, and they'll both get halfway to level 2 here. And we'll get right into this match.
Binary put a nice ward there to make sure that LC's not gonna be able to take that hard camp in the top lane. He'll know exactly if he's going there or not, so he kind of has to depend on being in lane pretty much to get his experience.
OD just gonna put out these Astrals right away on the mid lane Templar Assassin, and she'll be able to last hit pretty well here for a little bit. She is gonna have to be quite close to the lane, especially without the levels into the side blades. So the OD is gonna be able to get some pretty good harass onto her, especially if he keeps putting her in the prison. That's not fun. Being in prison is not fun.
Not at all.
It was never yours.
And this top lane is a bit of a flustercuck. You've got 3 melees and a lion so far, and the bounty hunter coming in from the side. And like we talked about earlier, the Legion Commander doesn't really have to worry about the Spectre too much in this lane. It's really just trying to disrupt the Spectre's farm.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't AA playing the lion last game? Not Pith? They switch heroes?
They could have. Meanwhile, we have it go onto the mid lane. The OD taking quite a bit of damage from the Bounty Hunter. And he's just doing the auto attacks to him, making him go back, forcing him to use the regen. So, well, the OD will be fine, but the Bounty Hunter does do some good harass onto him. Meanwhile, we've got in the bottom lane the Nyx Assassin trying to contest this pool. Yeah, you are right. The bounty hunter is played by A this game, so they did switch up the support heroes. Although Lion, a pretty standard support hero, so I would expect most players to be able to play him.
Well, if they lose this game, we know who to blame, right?
Yeah. That we do, and it is Zingle, as always. More Astros onto the Templar Assassin on the mid lane. She must be getting pretty mad at this point. She's gone for no Meld Strikes, which is probably pretty smart against the OD. You definitely need the side blades, and it's very unlikely for the OD to be in trouble for a Meld Strike. Especially if he knows that it's coming.
This TA is just dominating this lane right now.
Currently 13 for 11. The OD is 5 for 2. That is one of the good things about TA. She is able to use the refraction charges to absolutely bully the OD and make it a lot harder for him to stay in. And maybe a couple of those lucky hits on the sideways make it so that the OD is also taking a little bit of harass damage off of that.
Spinehard just trying to soak up some experience here. Ooh, are they gonna go on him? Oh no, never mind. Ursa's on Dazzle's team.
Oh, big tomato clap going on to the Dazzle, and now the Nyx Assassin is gonna come in from the side, gonna get scouted out clearly by the wards. Ursa could try to slow him down. Nyx Assassin gets a mana burn onto the Dazzle, does quite a bit of damage. Oh man, he's taking all the Fury swipes away from the Ursa, and the Ursa just chasing him down. Actually misses that.
Oh no!
That bit of spikes, and well,
that was not work. That was some great kiting by the Dazzle though.
Yeah, good kiting by the Dazzle, but the missed stun by the Nyx Assassin was really unfortunate.
Oh man, they needed that kill if they're gonna go like that, and then they actually lose. They lose the Nyx. Dazzle survives. Lane is probably lost.
Try harder.
That's the second time that a First Blood has not gone Michigan's way. I mean, the first time the support was trying to retreat under tower, the line was trying to retreat, and this time it was the Nyx Assassin just missed a stun on the bottom lane once again. Would you say it's that all First Bloods happen on bot lane in this series?
Perhaps. I don't know. This bot lane is not as action packed as last time though. It's only, I guess it's because they're doing dual lanes, but I wish there was a little more action this game. But I don't know. This SB hasn't really charged anything yet. He's like charged and then stopped every time.
Yeah, he's not very courageous. One thing I would like to bring up, this Nyx Assassin, he's gone 2-2 on his build. Do you think that getting a value point into display carapace might be beneficial for him?
I like it. I usually go 2-1-2 and then max everything else after that. I think the 1 point in carapace is huge because of safety there, for sure.
Look at this early Roshan here by the Radiant. The Ursa, he is not yet level 6, so this isn't going to be the easiest Roshan possible. And now the TA is going to scout this out with the trap, and Ursa definitely has to back up. And he could go for the TA now. They're going to get charged up by the Spirit Breaker. There's going to be a nice slow by the Ursa, doing quite a bit of damage, and these refraction charges will soon be gone. Nice double stun by the Lion. The Templar Assassin trying to get out. Actually, she just turns around. The Ursa turned into a fish, and he's going to turn around, not going to be able to get the kill there. Hammer gets dropped down by the OD, and the Templar Assassin continues to try to get out. Going to get hit by that poison touch. OD tries to escape to the south. He will end up going down, and the Templar Assassin goes down on the other side as well. Although the Dazzle was able to pick up the kill onto the TA.
The TA got the Spirit Breaker too before he died. He Fairy Fired right at the end, and I think he got that kill.
Yeah, I mean, the TA trying to get all the kills she can out of that mid lane, and it is on a support, so it may have been more beneficial for her to try to keep going out. And I think that the Radiant Heroes were far in enough that the rest of her team possibly could have reacted to the supports trying to get out, because they were really far in.
Yeah, charge up here on the Spectre from the SB. Do you think they'll be able to kill this SB, the Spectre?
Well, not with missing that charge. He canceled it right before.
Oh my god! Why would he do that? But Well then, I don't know what that was all about, but the Spectre has a lot of farm.
Now the Spirit Breaker just sprints away, and now that's going to leave the Dire able to go on to the Legion Commander. She actually, you know, she's healing up from this. She's going to get slowed down by the Spectre. Spectre just runs forward, and the Lion. Wow, Lion somehow gets the last hit there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Tempo Assassin avoiding the gank from the Spirit Breaker and the OD. So that's only the Legion Commander going down on the top lane.
Yeah, the impact of the Spirit Breaker is just really insignificant right now. I don't even know. He's probably only level 2 right now at most. And you know, 2 CS his name, no kills, no assists. It's rough.
Spirit Breaker charge here onto the Nyx Assassin in the bottom lane. He tries to turn around and get the stun off, but the only option he has is the spikes, and you know, it's just not good enough there. He is going to end up taking out the Spirit Breaker, but Ursa just comes in with the Enrage, and he's trying to find the Spectre. Spectre inside the trees, just trying to get out. He has the salve available, and Ursa, there's going to be the salve canceled by the Dazzle, and Ursa has taken a lot of damage. He's actually stuck in the trees still. Dazzle, oh no, Dazzle going to get hit by the Urn of Shadows, and is going to be able to TP back to base, along with the usage of that magic wand.
That was a great grape and TP. Geez, that Ursa was just hitting so hard on both the Nyx, and he almost got the Spectre as well.
Middle tower is under attack.
Top lane, we've got the Legion Commander. She using the attack speed, goes right onto the line. There's the duel. She will end up winning the duel, and the Bounty Hunter. Oh, that's a bash. That's a dust. The Bounty Hunter could be in trouble, but the Spirit Breaker is forced to back up by the TA. She's doing so much damage to him with those refraction charges. She's got another Melt Strike available, uses it, and she definitely wants to get out of there as the refraction was just coming off cooldown, and she was up against a bunch of creeps as well, so that wasn't very safe for her.
That was a great heal from the LC too. Trying to save this teammate. Some decent fights go around the board now. I like it. Nyx tries to do a quick ult on the Ursa, but the lane ward spots him out. There's a lot of good vision from the Radiant team right now.
Yeah, they've got 2 wards on the bottom lane, and that's about it. And the Dazzle's put another sentry ward near the Roche pit. It's a pretty well-timed sentry ward. It makes sure that the Ursa is able to get away from the Nyx gank, even though he was rather low, which, if you think about it, is pretty interesting.
This BH is such a nuisance. I would hate to be this guy. He's just absorbing all the experience from this LC.
Yeah, she is definitely not able to get as much because of him. Here comes the Spirit Breaker charge onto the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin trying to get away. He will get hit by that. And the Spirit Breaker doesn't have the ult available. He's waiting for a Lucky Bash. He will probably not find it. He's not going to move fast enough. The Spectre definitely has to be careful against the LC, who at this point is a bit too tanky for the Spectre to deal with. And the Spectre honestly just wants to go for the last hits.
LC is really close to getting a blink. That's really early blink on the off lane.
There's the OD actually just getting out there. It was actually a really nice Astro onto the BH, who had the stun, and with that Astro on the BH, it made it so that the OD was able to TP out.
Yeah, that's really good. Really good reflexes. That was really quick thinking, quick fingers. Gets to live without dying there. Oh,
Ursa comes in, gets a big hit onto the Nyx Assassin, and ends up taking him down. Again, the TA gonna get dueled and smacked down by the Ursa. This is about how fast this lineup can just absolutely wreck you with the big Ursa damage, and the Legion Commander throwing out the duel to make sure that he gets that damage out.
You see Nyx missed another stun in the mid lane there.
Yeah, he's really not having the best time with those spikes.
Maybe a little tilting going on.
Possibly. I don't think he's doing bad enough to tilt just yet. It might be a bit late for him though.
Roche attempt by the Radiant now.
The Roshan will end up getting taken by Ursa, and he'll pick up the Aegis. They'll go over to the bottom lane, and there's going to be a charge out here onto the Nyx Assassin. There's a stun onto the Spirit Breaker, and Ursa, he's going to get mana burn. That's a pretty strong hero against the spell. Or a pretty strong spell against the hero, rather. Strike that, reverse it. And there's going to be an Astral here onto the Templar Assassin. Just making it a bit harder for her to last hit in this mid lane. BOD is going for the drums first and gets slowed down by that trap once again. You've got a duel here onto the Spectre, easily taken by Legion Commander, and well, she's actually got a lot of victories on that gem. That's the Arcana right there for Legion Commander, and in case you didn't know, Arcanas always win Dota. Templar Assassin, just clearing out the creeps in the mid lane. Currently, the Ursa is higher on the net worth than everybody else, closely followed by the Spectre and the TA. So this game actually pretty close right now. 7 kills to 6 for the teams. The Nyx Assassin goes right onto the Legion Commander there, and the Spectre able to clean him up with the auto attack and the dagger.
That ward, such a good ward against the LC when he's trying to farm the neutrals there.
Yeah, that ward is such good right there. And the LC keeps going for that camp, and she's scouted, getting XP stolen, getting ganked by the Nyx. I mean, there's so much happening there for the Dire. It's really paying off for them.
Yeah. Regardless, she's still got her blink, and she's got, I think, 2 dual kills already, right? 2?
Yeah, she's got at least 2. I think she might have 3.
Yeah. There's a huge ancient stack TA's getting right now. That's gonna boost her farm up real big. Probably get an early Desolator.
Yeah, early Desolator for TA, and that can help contest the Roshan, even though Ursa is already doing. Oh my gosh, another misstun by Nyx Assassin. This must be some lag or something. He can hardly do anything against Legion Commander. Oh, the Spectre might get away through the trees. In fact, Legion taking a lot of damage from the tower.
He can't miss this one, can he? Oh, the blink away.
There's the blink. She has the heal
and the juke. What a nice move.
Yeah, this Nyx has no idea. He's not going to be able to scout her out at all. He has no idea. They can't see her, and she blinks out once again to the south.
Oh, wow.
It just took so long.
Yeah. What a player.
What a player, indeed. The Bounty Hunter trying to get some scouting done here, and once again...
Oh no!
The ward.
This camp again.
It's ridiculous. This is the death scene for the Legion Commander nearly every time, and she's not getting hardly any XP for this. Here comes the Nyx Assassin. And oh no.
Radiant's top tower
well, they might find something else. Here's the Dazzle. Yep, Dazzle's gonna get hit. He hits the stun this time.
Oh, the stun!
Finally hits it, and they get the kill. Meanwhile, the Ursa has taken out the Templar Assassin by the Ancients.
He was
so
just
while
camping
that
him.
was happening, yeah.
He was there. The TA was doing the Ancient stack, and the Ursa was up on the high ground, just watching her, waiting for the SP to come so they can get the easy dust and kill.
His bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, well, the Ursa is going to get a free bit of damage onto the bottom tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, the rest of the Dire, they're milling around top, not really being able to do too much. They don't have too much push going in here. They have a Nyx Assassin, a Bounty Hunter, and a Lion. Not really the best pushing team. They really need someone else here to be able to help them take that tower or get some ganks.
Yeah. The Radiant team is really scary now. They have a blink on LC, a blink on Ursa, the SB charges. They can kind of catch you at any point of this game right now. The Dire team has to kind of play a little back.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, they've got a couple of blinks, lots of mobility, and I mean that duel can easily catch out many of the heroes of Michigan. And until that Spectre gets tanky, she also has to worry about that. Although honestly, if you're doing the Spectre, that might not be the best decision with all the damage that could be coming out of the Dire. Other than that.
Do you feel like this OD is kind of underfarmed right now?
Just a little. I mean, being in the mid lane. Oh, meanwhile we have the gank on the mid lane. Ursa. He has the enraged available. Oh, he also got the Aegis. So there's no way they kill him.
Yeah, they're not even gonna pop it.
And they're
gonna make it run him home.
Yeah. Well, run home. Ursa's got lifesteal. He's fine. Yeah. And they still see him with the track. He doesn't even care. There's the Aegis getting popped. It expired. And there is going to be a Spirit Breaker charge onto the top lane, just clearing out the creeps. And there's going to be a push here. Yeah, this OD kind of far behind right now, has a lane against the TA, and really got dominated. So, I mean, has to catch up right now.
Did this use a smoke?
not sure.
Ooh.
They end up taking the Dazzle out easily with the Templar Assassin. So much damage with the Meld Strike. Currently at 2,000 gold. This might be a Blink Dagger from the TA. OG has gotten to the bottom lane. There's a charge coming in by the Spirit Breaker. Astral Prism will make sure the Nyx stays there for a bit longer. Blink in by the Ursa. And the Spike Carapace going to do a little bit of work here, but it doesn't matter. The OG easily takes care of the Nyx Assassin. And he really didn't even have a chance to use the Vendetta, even though it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
The top tier 1 tower going to go to the Dire Space Period, I suppose. And here comes Ursa. He's ready for this one. He's TP'd up here, and he might be a little bit angry. You do not take defense towers.
Is this LC gonna get a duel? No, they give up. Spectre's getting a lot of farm. A lot of farm.
Yeah. I mean, the Spectre... We'll see what...
Oh, here's a charge on TA. Is SP really going in? Oh, wow. That would not work. The line back there.
Once again just cancels the charge, and Ursa also going to get followed by the Black Trail. They call that the Underground Railroad where I come from. In any case, a couple heroes here on the top lane. We got the TA, the Bounty Hunter, and the Lion, and there's also going to be a TP in by the Nyx. Spectre has the Haunt ready, and we'll see if Radiant are willing to engage on this. They have all the mobility. They only have OD on drums and a power treads, so it might not be the best thing. They are getting scouted out by this nice deep observer ward that does see the Bounty Hunter and the Lion. Oh, Blink! Duel onto the Lion, easily taken out, and Ursa will off that kill. Nyx Assassin trying to put the damage onto the Legion Commander. Legion Commander trying to get out. She will not be able to. Nyx Assassin ends up taking her down. Spirit Breaker gets the, Spike Carapace, but ends up setting the Nyx. And now Ursa uses the Enrage. He's going for it. He's actually going to try to TP out. Is he going to be able to get away? Shuriken down for 2 more seconds. And, here comes the OD in from the backside. There's a soul going out, and, he's in the wrong place.
He's going to sacrifice himself for that kill. That was a really bad fight. The Lion got picked off pretty early, but it was really bad position. The raid team was continually chased while our team had kind of good positioning to fight there. And you see the Spectre that she haunted, went right to the Dazzle. I think she had a mana, or because there's a couple illusions there, and just totally ripped the Dazzle. She died in like 2 hits.
Yeah, one of the abilities that the Spectre has is you can just haunt right to the Dazzle and then make sure that those Graves don't go off, or at least they're used right on top of the Dazzle, which means that you're not going to be able to save off your teammates. You're not going to be able to save the Legion Commander there. And it becomes a lot harder for your team if you're taking one hero out of the fight completely.
And I feel like Dire is in the lead right now. They got the late game with the TA and the Spectre. And I don't know, the Blink Daggers came out for the Ursa and the Legion, but I just don't see it being used as effective as it maybe should be. They did get that one dual kill, but then they kind of just lost the team fight right after that.
I think the next power spike for UCF is going to come when they get some BKBs up. Spectre getting scouted out by the Ursa. Oh, he blinks to the wrong side of the trees. He's going to have to go back around, and the Manta Style is going to get used by the Spectre. Spectre actually stuck in the trees now. She can cut a tree down if she wants to. She uses the phase boost, and now is going to be able to get out. Goes onto the Ursa. Ursa uses the enrage, turns around onto the TA. TA going to get the refraction popped, and she's going to run forward. Oh, nice Astral onto the TA, making sure that she doesn't get down. Look at that damage! Ends up taking out the Spectre. And now Ursa trying to get away. He blinks away. The OD did go down, and he's going to get chased out. Finger from the back. Doesn't matter.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
That was a really nice OD ult, though. That was so much damage. But in the end, they still lose 2 cores for just the Spectre.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, the Spectre going down is pretty good. It delays her farm a little bit.
Yeah.
It keeps her out of those 2 kills that happened onto the Ursa and the OD. Nyx Assassin is here. And there's a TA. She's so deep. Stun onto the Dazzle. Doesn't matter. Dazzle is once again down. Just feeding off of this player right now.
Dazzle was not expecting that.
Oh, bashword. And the duel comes through.
Oh, the 17%. 17%, guys.
My life, bro.
Dire's middle tower is
and
under
wow,
attack.
that's just a bit too aggressive for a Dazzle.
I mean, you could not have expected that. He was behind a tier 2 tower. I don't blame him. That was just good movement by Nyx and a good blink by the TA.
Nice spike carry pace by the Nyx Assassin, doing a bit of damage to the OD, who is running around pretty fast. Spectre a little bit far in, has to be careful. There is a TP in by the Orsa and the Dazzle. Dazzle! And, well, they both get out, so a couple of TPs forced out for, you know, a disengage. And look at that XP, pretty even. Although the net worth is heavily in favor of the Dire right now, or maybe no, it's in favor of the Radiant. What am I thinking? Well, it's pretty close. It's pretty close either way.
And there it is, the second Roche timer. TA's there with trying to solo it actually with a Death Slayer. It's probably still fine. She'll probably do it. They don't want that Ursa to get it for sure.
She's pretty close, but the Ursa is basically near, and they're going to be scouting him out with the illusion. Since the illusion went down, the TA actually going to blink out here. Now Ursa's going to scout that out, be like, "Yo, TA, don't take Roshan." Yeah. And well, they're just going to abandon that Roshan for now.
Yeah. Nyx has a point booster. Going for Scepter.
Yeah, Ag Scepter for the Nyx. It'll be interesting to see how he uses it. I mean, there are lots of kiting opportunities, lots of long-range stuns for him that you can definitely do. And Dire will be watching the Radiant's attempt onto the Roshan. They have a couple of traps inside the pit, going to use one onto Legion Commander. Legion Commander hasn't been damaged, can go for the Blink duel. And Nyx Assassin comes in from the south. Roshan is low, here's the Han, going to go into the pit, and TA's right there. She's trying to do all the damage. The Roshan actually going to get taken out by Orsa. Orsa picks up the Aegis, and just so much damage.
Oh my god, that TA died so fast.
Used by the Spirit Breaker, and now the Orsa just running around the pit. He's got the Aegis, and they may not want to kill him. Sure Toss goes onto the Spirit Breaker and the Legion Commander, and now Legion Commander going on to the Nyx Assassin. Nice double stun there, is going to take out the Aegis of the Orsa, but Orsa will respawn, and the Blade Mail just gets a little bit of extra damage. Zingle will get the double kill, stays around here for just a second longer. Slow comes through, and Lion trying to get enough mana for a stun, and he doesn't have it just yet. And the Orsa blinks, get the slam for a kill.
Oh no!
And well, he's gonna try to back out. I don't think the Lion has anything here. He's just gonna suck the mana out of Orsa, and this bounty hunter will finally get off of the cliff. I believe he was bashed up there by the Spirit Breaker.
Ended up kind of helping though. He got tracks on everything and was just throwing shurikens. It was hitting everybody.
Yeah, and that's probably the only reason that Michigan were able to come up slightly ahead in that fight.
But that was a pretty good fight. Pretty exciting. The Aegis was on Ursa, I believe, and that was taken out. But a lot of deaths on both sides, actually.
Yeah, lots of deaths for both sides. Lots of heroes going down. And in the end, it was a fairly even fight with Michigan slightly taking advantage. There's a Blink duel onto TA. Way too far in. Charge comes through, and OD will take the kill onto TA.
That LC has almost 100 dual damage, I think, already.
Oh, but the tower got taken by the catapult. Worth?
I would still say so. Dual damage is pretty important.
Double damage.
Yeah, dual damage, pretty important for the LC. Although it does lose a little bit in the late game. I mean, one duel doesn't mean so much. It's more the control that it gives you, rather than the damage. Although the damage is nice. Spectre now sees the OD coming through, and is just going to back away from those creeps. Lots of discipline right there.
Brought an Atos on there. Oh, the Heaven's Halberd on Ursa as well.
Interesting build up there. Do you think the Halberd is a good idea? I mean, obviously a big portion of it is the mischance.
Yeah, I think he needs a BKB, honestly. The stuns from the Lion and the Nyx are really kind of, decreasing his damage output in every fight. He's being kited quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, with the BKB, the stuns would not affect the Ursa at all. And he would be able to keep his mana a little bit longer in the fights with the Nyx Assassin using the mana burn. Although I would say that the Nyx should probably be reserving that for the OD, especially when he's got that intelligence up. In any case, the BKB could do some work for Ursa. And he is currently the highest on the net worth right now. Smoke comes through for the Dire, trying to find something on the map here. 27 minutes into this game, still pretty close, 17 kills to 22. And, well, Nyx is leading the charge here. They could find someone out. They don't really have vision, so they are going a little bit blind. Nyx Assassin has the Vendetta going, and they're trying to find something out here. OD, oh, he's backing up just in the nick of time. And, yeah, they're completely back there. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to find any gangs. They've got the Invis Heroes. The smoke breaks. We'll see if they're able to find something off of this. They don't really see a whole lot in the smoke here, and actually the rest of the Radiant, they are underneath the tower. Nyx Assassin. Okay, here comes the charge onto the line. They had that nice vision from the Observer Ward from behind, and the duel will hit. Nice double stun by the Nyx Assassin. Blinks in, hits nothing but that slam. The Dire, they just have to get out. And will the Legion be able to blink forward? Getting slowed down by the TA. And, well, there will be a charge in by the Spirit Breaker. And she will just blink away, and she'll be fine. Only one kill onto the line.
Still, failed smoke gank attempt. A lot of wasted time. Some momentum going to Radiant. Still good. Still pretty good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
LC almost has a BKB, actually.
LC, yeah. I mean, this BKB will make sure that she's able to get those duels off. Not get interrupted. Ursa gonna get... Oh, here comes a haunt through. I guess they think they can go in here. The stun actually once again going to miss by the Nyx Assassin. And now the Spirit Breaker onto the TA. They're trying to do all the damage. Ursa has put the overpower onto her back. Finger comes through onto Hugs and Kisses. And now the duel going onto the Nyx Assassin. Not going to allow him to do anything else there. TA trying to be strong. Be strong, TA. She's going to blink out. And Lion on the backside gets abandoned by the rest of his team. Here comes the Spectre in very low health, trying to go for a Spirit Breaker and the ultimate. Oh, the hammer dropped down by the OD. And Hugs and Kisses has somehow stayed alive. AA now in trouble, getting charged down by the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker comes in, gets the charge, gets the kill on the Bounty Hunter. We'll call that, you know what we call that? We call that a full 5-man team wipe.
Jeez.
Couple buybacks here are available for Michigan. That's a 3,400 gold change.
Yeah. Another Nyx stun miss. I think that could have changed the fight for sure. The LC got 2 duels off that fight. Got dual damage off both of them. The SBO was just going in and out, charging everybody. Ursa was alive the whole time. Really good fight for Radiant. And of course the OD hammer.
Trying to be aggressive here. Goes a little bit onto the TA. There's a halberd coming through, going to make sure that the TA can't hit. And there's another miss onto the stun by the Nyx Assassin. Charged back by the Spirit Breaker onto the Bounty Hunter. Nice double stun by the Lion, but oh no. High just going to go right down to the... Oh, not during the duel though. And
nice
another stun onto the LC. LC will go down. The TA somehow stays alive. And the LC right now the only one to go down in that fight. And the Radiant have backed outie. They are fine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So, I mean, right there, the Radiant, they were trying to go for some racks. Nyx once again misses a stun. I mean, he did hit some in the last fight, although he was missing a couple as well. I mean, you miss every stun you don't throw.
True. It'd be nice if you hit them, huh?
Yeah, it would be nice if you hit them. The TA hasn't really progressed too far since their last fight, and the Nyx Assassin almost had an Aghanim Scepter. And they went double halberd on the Radiant. I don't really understand.
Double halberd, wow. I wonder if that'll work.
I mean, it just remains to be seen if they go for a triple halberd. Then I can do more memes.
Wow, Scepter on there. I actually like that, because instead of going BKB, he went Scepter so he can enrage during the Nyx and line stunts. I like it.
Tower is under attack.
Lower cooldown and everything.
Nyx Assassin continues to look around for the Vendetta hit, and he's not going to find anyone in the jungle. UCF just really unwilling to be aggressive at all in their farm. And the TA is finally progressing items. She's getting towards that BKB. Do you think that will help out the Dire a lot?
The BKB, I think, will. I mean, if you're not getting... It'll stop the SB charges, but besides that, it's just going to block OD ult damage, OD damage in general, but the LC ult is still... That goes for BKB. If you get caught out, it doesn't matter if you have BKB or not. You got to make sure you don't get caught out.
We smoke up here from the Radiant. OD will lead the charge on the mid lane. Hugs and Kisses going to be the bait, and I don't think that the Dire are taking it. They're back in the base, and they're gonna play it safe for this one. Inspector goes forward a little bit. The smoke continues. There is something afoot. TA goes forward. Actually, doesn't really hit that melt strike. And now the stun once again misses from the Nyx Assassin, who did finish off that axe. Duel comes through, takes out the Lion, making it so that he has no effect in this fight at all. A nice stun by the Nyx Assassin, and the Dazzle has taken a lot of damage. Orsa puts the slam down onto the TA, and they are just going to go for the racks. A little bit of reason being talked into. Oh my gosh. Well, this Nyx Assassin finally started hitting some stuns. He gets a 4-man stun on that one.
Wow, and what a nice stun.
He's getting in position for another one. He's getting in position to stop this retreat. He's got another stun, hits it onto the Spear Breaker. Nice melt strike onto the OD. Gonna get graved up by the Dazzle, make sure that he don't die. And now Hugs and Kisses could be in trouble. Zingle going right on top of him, and now Zingle in the middle of a lot of enemies may have to get out. Charged through by the Spear Breaker. Gonna get hit by a couple of arrows and arrows in your face. They really hurt. Spear Breaker trying to get out of this one. Gonna get hit by the Shuri Toss, and it will eventually kill him. Dazzle trying to get out. Oh, Nyx Assassin not quite able to get that one, and Legion Commander will get some more damage with that duel. Takes out the Templar Assassin. Now the Shuri Toss comes in from the Bounty Hunter. Nice play. Carapace going to ensure that the Legion Commander goes down, and they managed to defend the racks somehow.
Jeez, that was a crazy fight. That great 4-man stun from Nyx, and that when he was burrowed. He actually did miss another stun after that on the Dazzle, but he did kill the OD. He saw OD retreating for low health. Blinked in, been dead, and killed the OD when he was trying to get out. Good play from him. Good stun. But I think Radiant's just overextending again.
I'm not sure if Nyx's stun was up when he was looking at the Dazzle. He definitely took a little bit to find her, but I think he definitely could have hit it. I don't think he was able to throw it out before the Dazzle TP'd out. I think that was the main problem there. Yeah.
No, but before that, he was trying to hit the Dazzle while he was graving people in the back, and he missed the stun on the Dazzle as well.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, after that fight, the Dire are losing quite a bit in these fights, and it's not just the supports, it's also a couple of the cores. Roshan has respawned, and with the TA down, I don't think that Michigan can make a try onto it. So they're down a tier 3 tower. They still have 2 outer tier 2s remaining, and they have a lot of towers to go through before they even get close to the Radiant base. What do you think the next step is here for the Dire?
Try to secure that Roshan if possible. It's gonna have cheese this time. You don't want the Raid to have it. They're definitely gonna fight here, in my opinion. I guess they just get to Spectre farms, you know? What else can they do?
Roshan trying to have a say about this one. Nyx Assassin on top of the ward cliff, just putting out all of the
oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah, just right through, making it a lot slower for this person. Yeah, he's also taking the mana away from him as well. Legion Commander trying to do stuff on the backside, just forcing out the Dire. She uses the BKB and the Blade Mail, and Nyx Assassin continues to just sit here on top of the high ground. Orsa getting close to taking out the Roshan, and now he's going to get turned into a frog by the Lion, but the Lion going to get taken out by the OD. Finger comes through, ends up taking out the Orsa, and now the Hammer comes through on top of Zingle. Zingle will watch the OD go down to the stun of Nyx Assassin, and now it's just the 2 supports. We've got Nyx Assassin, and we've got Bounty Hunter, and more stuns just keep coming through.
Just destroyed the OD, do you see that?
Yeah, he did the mana turn and the stun. A little bit too late, didn't help the people outside the pit. Yeah. Now
they're in that entire fight. In the back while they were fighting the Roshan. LC initiated on, I think, Lion, and killed Lion. SB and LC killed both the Lion and the T in the back before they got to the Roche fight.
Yeah, it was a pretty good fight for them. The Legion Commander was creating so much space, and even with that, the next assassin on the high ground just being extremely annoying.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that, honestly.
Just blink up there and kill him, I guess.
Yeah.
You do need to have some true sight, though. And
there's a gem on SB now. That's exactly what they need.
Yeah, I mean, it'll help him take care of this Nyx, make him less annoying in these fights. The tier 2 tower in the bottom lane was also taken down. So they won't have that to defend, and they only have one outer tower remaining for the Radiant to go through. And we see some buyback status here. A couple heroes have it up. I think that a lot of the dire heroes do have it up here. Spectre coming in from the side, just putting the Urn of Shadows, and the slam comes in from by Ursa. Dire across the wall is going to save the Spectre here. And the Radiant are going to go in on this middle set of racks. The Gem of True Sight going to take out those wards in the mid lane. And look at this damage going on to the racks. Nyx Assassin again going underground. But they have a gem this time. The Spectre Haunt is going to be doing a bit of damage. Here comes the Haunt forward. They're going to be trying to go onto the Dazzle, trying to get the Dazzle down on the backside. Spearbreaker puts the damage onto the Lion, and now there's a duel. Onto the TA. TA will go down, and the stun once again only hits onto Ursa. Another stun by Lion. That's almost as long as the Nyx with the Aether Lens. And now Bounty Hunter could be in some trouble. Uses the Shuri, and that's going to be a big 4-man stun. Eventually,
ooh, what a stun.
Nyx Assassin is going to continue to be smacked around underground here, and he's trying to get out. Vendetta not going to help you there as Spearbreaker still has that gem. He buys back into the game. Spectre continues to try to go for the Dazzle, but you're not going to find him just yet. And the Spearbreaker eats the cheese. He can be fine here. Big finger onto the Outward Devour. Outward Devour will go back to the base. Down for 50 seconds. Spearbreaker will get turned into a frog and hit by that Shuri toss. Nice grave by the Dazzle will make sure that Spearbreaker survives for just a bit longer, but he doesn't have a charge away. Double stun comes through, and Nyx Assassin will finally take out Spearbreaker, but the racks do go down, and a lot of resources were expended here by the Dire.
That Shuriken almost killed LC too. Do you see that?
Yeah, she did get pretty low to that. The range on it is ridiculous.
Yeah. They just gained a lot of experience though on the Dire side. That was a lot of kills.
Yep, lots of kills. But how long do you think it is before the Radiant can make that high ground push? Like, what do you think Michigan can do to stop them?
Yeah, I'm not too sure, honestly. I think they just need good, like, 2-3-man stun to both the line and the Nyx. I don't know. Besides that, spec ult, get good farm. The TA hasn't really picked up any items at all in the last like 10 or 15 minutes, actually.
Yeah, it's been very long. She's just picked up the Ogre Club, and that's about all she's gotten in the past 20 minutes of the game. It's been not a whole lot of farm for her. She's gone 7. No, that's someone else. But she's not been doing well at all. And it really shows in her item progression. Right now, the Radiant don't see too much of the map.
Yeah. Oh, they got the gem from the SB too.
Oh, that's right, they did.
Yeah. That sucks.
Well, the push will come in from the top lane for the Radiant. They want to try to take care of this last remaining outer tower, but the bottom tower, it will get defended by Spearbreaker, who can always just charge in. So the top tower almost down. Spearbreaker will charge in onto that range creep. I don't think he's going to be able to finish, though. It might go on to a hero if they have vision, but the Spearbreaker charge is just going to stop. So they're going to sit in the jungle for just a little bit here, waiting for their initiation. LC might be ready. It's actually just going to be a blink back by the TA. Doesn't want to fight this one this time.
Spectre picks up a heart.
Just wants to survive a little bit.
Yeah.
And this very close game, 41.5 minutes. The Aegis did get reclaimed, so they won't have that for this fight. And actually, that's just going to sound the retreat. UCF are out of here, and well, Michigan are just left to defend their base right now. In terms of net worth, the LC and the Ursa are currently ahead of the Spectre. Spectre really needs to get her farming gear here. Also possibly upgrade that Diffusal Blade to the level 2. Might help her a little bit against the Dazzle, who currently is having a hard time surviving these fights, especially with the amount of focus that the Dire are putting onto the Dazzle. Ursa finds an Invis rune. What's he gonna do with it?
Gonna kill somebody, I think.
Nah. Well, he's not doing too much right now. He's just hanging out in the mid lane, cashing out some Spectre illusions, and he might find some Dire heroes. They might actually initiate on this illusion. I think they know. Yeah, the illusion goes away, so they're not going to be able to attack it. And we may see another smoke here by the Radiant. Ursa being the bait this time, being very far forward. And no smoke just yet. TA has finally finished up that BKB. And the Ursa, he has an item on the courier. We'll see what it ends up being.
That casual Mask of Madness.
Casual 43-minute Mask of Madness.
Oh, yes. That's a Caress on the LC. Holy crap. That's a farmed
she's
LC.
had that for a bit.
Oh, wow. 172 deal damage.
It's not that bad.
That's not that much. It's almost a rapier.
Yeah. I mean, I do 172 damage in my sleep, to be honest.
Damn.
Could have a double smoke engagement here. Lion gonna break it. Gets the Hex onto the OD, but the OD is hardly taking any damage. Big duel here onto Lion. Will end up taking him down. The LC is a winner! Dota 2 fulfilling all of our the self-esteem needs for quite a long time. Now here comes the gang squad. Look at all that health. The OD in the end does go down. The hammer gets thrown, but the Spectre trying to get out. Charge down, smack down. Spear Breaker going for the 70%. Not going to find it just yet. And that's going to be a triple kill for your LC. 3 down and no buyback on TA and Spectre.
That might be game, actually. They just had a bad initiation there. I mean, 2 smokes going against each other. The line was in front. Doesn't get anything off, dies, you know. It's pretty much a 45 at that point.
Yeah, I mean, the Legion Commander can just continuously goes for the Lion. Like, hardly cares about the rest of the team. Just wants to make sure that the Lion goes down. Legion Commander blinks forward, has that duel up, but not going to be able to find the Nyx Assassin right there. And, well, the bottom set of racks taking quite a bit of damage will end up going down to the Radiant. And only the Lion has respawned TA down for 20 more seconds. They can rotate over to top. And this Legion Commander with the Assault Cuirass will be doing quite a bit of damage to this tier 3 tower. And pushes that in, gets the kill onto the tower, and now Nyx Assassin trying to be as annoying as he can, misses a stun. This is,
oh my god.
This is getting a bit sad at this point. Nice triple stun by Lion, and it sets up another triple stun by Nyx Assassin. But here comes the blink forward by the Ursa. Now he becomes Frog Ursa, better known as Frog Ursa. AA will get hit by the duel of the LC.
Oh, another good. Oh wait, that's good Nyx stun for Nyx though, but that's another win.
Yeah, he did get the stun. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And now Frisian trying to get out of here. Finger in the backside into the Frog Spear Breaker. Spear Breaker trying to back out. It gets hit by the Melt Strike. They are against Mega Creeps, so they're going to have to find quite a bit here. Dandy comes in with the Vendetta. They want to go into the LC. LC takes damage. Will go down. Has buyback available. And now the Ursa trying to get out. Not going to happen, bro. Here come the air spikes by the Lion. He's going to go to hell, and I don't even think he's going to make it back this time. Triple kill for High. And, well,
he must have so much gold right now.
Yeah,
he's got to have at least 4K right now.
Well, the Dire, they get the hold. Unfortunately, they have to hold against Mega Creeps now.
Yeah. They don't even have to buy back. They can just... They know they have to defend it. They wait until they come back. Probably fight them, buy back, boots travel in, and end the game. It's going to be really hard to come back right now.
Currently, you have the Spectre and the Nyx Assassin trying to push in through the mid lane. And right now, I think they know that they have to try to go for an end, but they still have tier 2 towers to go for. And all of the heroes on the Radiant have buyback, so they're going to have a really fantastic fight and hope that the Mega Creeps don't push in the base. Which right now, and they go in through bottom, things aren't looking too good for Michigan.
This Spectre just doesn't have enough damage, in my opinion. He has the Diffusal, the mana, but... I don't know. It's really tanky. Decent damage, but I think he needed more.
Well, they will do ward on the high ground, and that's going to force the rating away from the Nyx Assassin and the Spectre. The illusions will go in through the bottom lane as OD illusions. Not the scariest thing, but they do push. And right now, that is exactly what you do not want. The Spectre going to try to go for Roshan.
Oh my god, I can't believe they're going for this.
I don't think they know about it either.
I cannot believe they're going for this. I mean, who would expect that? But if they're not defending their base, they gotta be somewhere, right?
Nyx Assassin gets a stun onto the Dazzle, and now Duel comes through onto Zingle. Spectre could go down. This is going to be no buyback, I believe, Spectre. Manta Style going to get used, and they're trying to get the Spectre out. Oh, they've got 2 on the high ground, just stuck there. Ursa has a blink available soon.
That's actually pretty funny.
Another stun comes through by the Nyx Assassin. He is going to get hit by the Dazzle heal. And now, oh no, the Spectre illusions end up taking out Dazzle, and Spectre's right back in this. Legion
this is
on
actually
the high
a really
ground,
good fight
taking damage,
for the
double
Dire
kill
right now.
Yeah, Dire just doing so much damage here. Ursa,
they gotta go home.
No.
Look at the base.
They gotta get back. Ursa just going to keep the Nyx Assassin here for just a bit longer, but they need to defend the base. OD doing damage. They can't do anything about this. The OD gonna go for the win. He's trying to get controlled up. Bounty Hunter staring at him, but it doesn't matter. The BKB of the OD secures the win there. The Spearbreaker just charges across the base. Thomas Stank Engine just celebrating in victory right there, and that's going to do it for game number 2. UCF, they're going to take one back, and it's going to become 1-1 in this series.
That was such an interesting fight at the end. You know, they actually get a good fight. That stupid high ground from the Nyx kind of screwed everything up for the Dire. They got 2 Ursa and the...
Yeah, so... The Nyx Assassin definitely set up those fights a bit more. We kept talking about him missing all the stuns and everything, but he did use the Aghanims really well, utilizing it as a positioning tool, being able to be a little bit farther away from the fights, and really just interrupting so much. So he did as much as he can, but unfortunately, the Legion Commander, the Ursa, the OD just had too good of a start, and they tried to take care of the Dazzle every fight. In the end, it really wasn't enough. And yeah. UCF end up taking the victory there.
So it's tied to 1-1 now. What is going to happen?
Well, I think we're going to go to a game 3 here. And we're going to see UCF and Michigan duke it out in the final match of this best of 3. It's been pretty exciting so far. Very close games, 41 minutes and 48 minutes. I think we went with basically the same strategy. We went more late game focus for Michigan and then pick off potential a bit more this time for UCF. Do you think Michigan have the answer to this strategy?
I think they should stick to their more of the 5-man kind of strategy with their team ultimate fighting abilities, like the first game. What they had, I guess, what caught them off guard this game 2 was the OD pick. They had kind of forced them to pick Nyx, which I guess had a decent game, but it just, I don't think it was enough really. It wasn't enough damage. There's some missed stuns, but it really kind of changed their playstyle. Having to face against the OD, having to pick Nyx to do it. I think they should ban the OD again. Let them get Void or whatever, and just kind of go for more of a team fight oriented playstyle.
In game 1, it was actually UCF that banned out the OD because they were not picking first. Now in game 2, they did pick first, so they were allowed to go for that one.
Yeah.
And Michigan just went for their standard Earth Spirit and Invoker first 2 bans. Do you think those are going to change up now that the OD has been pretty strong in this past game?
Yeah, I guess UCSFF, excuse me. Someone's gonna have to ban OD this game. I don't think it'll go through the first banning phase again, which leaves one of the other heroes open, whether it be Lone Druid, Invoker, Void, maybe Earth Spirit. I doubt that, but we'll have to see.
Indeed, we will. And I also want to note that we still have that giveaway going on. Just get your tickets in the chat, and we will give away a SteelSeries Siberia 200 headset at the end of the stream. Thanks to our sponsor, SteelSeries, for giving us stuff to give to you guys. And I hope that you guys, if you win, and I hope that you do, of course, all of you can't win. My money's on me. I hope that if you win, you enjoy the headset, and make sure that you know that it's courtesy of SteelSeries. Unless you have anything else, Phil, I think we'll go to another break.
I think so. Yeah. I'm waiting for the next game.
All right, we'll be right back with game number 3 of this best of 3 series. So close. Stay around, and as always, cheers.
Touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. Touch the sky. Tonight we're coming
Well, hello there. Welcome back. We are going to be here for the AVGL Week 3 matchup between UCF and Michigan. This is going to be the game 3 of the best of 3, and we made it to this point. We may as well keep going. Luckily, I have a friend. I have someone to keep me entertained. We've got Phil here joining us for this third match. He doesn't speak. Oh no, he might be muted. Oh no. RIP.
Hello, can
we
you
need
hear
to
me?
start this over. Okay, we need to start over.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Are you Verizon?
Okay. I am Verizon, yes.
Okay, nice. I'd like to talk to you about my service. I think I'm paying a bit too much. Can you help me out?
No. No refunds. And that's it. You can have your shitty ass internet.
Gosh darn it. Well, after all my hopes and dreams were broken, we have some business to take care of. I don't know if you heard, Phil, but we got Game 3 coming up.
I'm definitely excited. Some crazy Game 1, Game 2. I'd like to see some different picks, but I think it should be a pretty close game, right?
I mean, all the other games in this series have been pretty close, so You know, these teams seem to be pretty evenly matched, and I'm pretty anxious to get into Game 3. I think you are too. You know what? Let's just give the people what they want. Let's just do this thing. Here comes Game 3 right now.
Let's see a Meepo. Yep.
Okay, we are here, and well, I mean, we're still ready to get into this Game 3. So I don't know.
Same bands as Game 1.
Yeah, same bands as Game 1. We've got the Earth Spirit and the Invoker, LD, OD this time, so we won't see an OD, and there's the same first pickup here from University of Michigan. The Faceless Void will be the first pick.
Reserve time.
I think we'll see a line on the other side. Seems like that's been a first ban phase hero. Both teams are respecting that hero a lot.
Okay, so I mean, we're still on the picks here. I mean, the Void did pretty well in the first match, but I honestly don't think he was really ban worthy in the last match. So, still waiting on some more picks here. Honestly, we did see a line in most of the last matches. It is going to be a Zeus this time and a Slark. Sorry guys, we are trying to, just figure out some timing with the video. The Slark was the next pickup for Zeus. That's a pretty interesting opening. Zeus and Slark not usually in the first couple of phases. And Slark is a pretty strong hero, but I think this gives the Dire a lot of time to try to counter it.
5 seconds remaining.
Although the Slark can be very strong. I think I would definitely be careful if I was UCF though. Obviously they want to go for like a really strong pickoff early lineup. I guess it's like getting really late for them. It is pretty late for me. It's 10:21, so I think they just want to try to end this series.
Witch Doctor.
Dire team ban.
Witch Doctor is going to be the second pickup here for Michigan. They've got the purple lineup going right now.
Radiant team ban.
And we'll see if UCF have clued into this. Maybe we'll see some purple bans out from them. It is going to be an anti-mage, so I think they do know what's going on here. They know that Michigan are going for the purple strat. They ban out the anti-mage. It's a strong ban here. You do not want more purple against you. Purple is one of the strongest color combinations in this game.
Purple's cancer.
That's a bit strong. I think the purpleites might have an issue with that, but yeah, it is very strong and hard to deal with.
5 seconds
Are you rooting for
remaining.
Team Blue or Team Purple right now? Because I'm liking Team Blue, I think. I'm liking the different heroes.
Reserve time.
I think that purple definitely needs some kind of a penalty on blue to be able to have a chance in this game. Right now, I mean, purple have some opportunities, but they really need to take advantage of every single one of them to have a chance against blue here.
I think Dire has his band right now, probably CM and Morphling. I don't know what other blue heroes there are that they might be picking. But those come to mind.
Oh wow.
They banned their own blue hero and
They
stole
also
one of
go
their
for a
purple
block
heroes.
pick.
Wow.
They go for a block pick on the Dazzle, so they ruined their own color scheme to try to mess up the other teams. That's a bold move here.
I don't know. I don't like it. I was rooting for the blue versus purple thing. I don't know about what to say now anymore. But I'm still liking the Slark and Zeus. That's gonna be entertaining in my opinion.
Remaining.
I think the Dazzle might be an infiltrator, trying to
5
sabotage the
seconds
other
remaining.
team so that purple can win.
Yep. There's some free 2-2 going on here.
Reserve time.
Definitely. Lion and Tidehunter banned out for Michigan. That's going to be the first time in this series that we're not going to see a Lion. And it was always Michigan that were playing it. So I think that they believe that the hero should be in nearly every game. And if they don't play it, they definitely want it banned out. Do you think this hero is as strong as they think it is?
I think so. It's good to lock down the Slark for sure. Probably pretty good against the Zeus as well. All around, I mean, it's hard to go wrong with Lion, right?
It is very hard to go wrong. He's got so much goodness to him, even if he had to go to hell and back to hell and back to get it.
I like the Ancient Apparition ban. It affects the Slark out heal, affects the Dazzle that they wanted to pick up. Pretty good ban. And the Void AA ult combo, pretty sick.
They already have a couple things to combo with the Void. You've got the Witch Doctor ultimate, which can be placed outside of the Chrono and does quite a bit of damage. You also have Crystal Maiden, which has quite a big AoE, and you can't get as close as you might want to with the freezing field, but you can do quite a bit of damage from outside the Chrono with it.
We're seeing more blue heroes.
It's just a mix of purple and blue for the teams now. Which color do you think is going to be the majority here and is going to really win the game for the teams here?
Well, I like the blue heroes more. We got a Zeus, a Slark, a Night Stalker. Pretty badass heroes. Crystal Maiden's there, giving them some more mana, spam those abilities, except she's on a different team. But she's still on the blue side, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like color across borders here. Blue was on the Dire side just a little bit here. The Viper's also a little bit blue, even though he's mainly green. He's got the blue background, so
yeah,
it's a pretty close lineup here. And again, Slaughter is also a blue pick, so a very very close color scheme here for UCF.
Did you like the Viper pick? I don't know about that. They seem kind of odd, in my opinion.
It is against the Zeus, so the Zeus is always going to be throwing out those arc lightning, so it's going to help the enemy mid survive a little bit more in line with the Viper. Viper's a lot better against the magic damage and really doesn't care about Zeus throwing that out because the Viper's just slowing down the Zeus as well. So
yeah.
In any case, it will be the Sven.
I feel like the Zeus is still gonna get the good amount of farm regardless, though.
It's possible. The Nether Toxin of the Viper, though, could also make it a little bit harder for the Zeus to get the last hits with the Arc Lightning. It's possible, although not early.
Well, yeah. So what do you think about this draft? They got all the heroes now. Who's gonna take this one?
Honestly, I hate to say it, but I think that Michigan just have to take this one. They have the better team fight, which they showed in game 1 is really what they excel at. They're very good at working together, and the Radiant just have too many heroes that can easily get picked off. The Dazzle, the Spark, the Zeus, they're just so easy to get taken down.
I'm liking the Radiant side, honestly. They have a lot of fighting heroes. Nighttime's gonna be particularly dangerous for Michigan. But then again, their team fight is close to non-existent. So we'll have to see. They're gonna have to be able to push or at least get a lot of kills early on. But I think the CM and the Witch Doctor are gonna have to play particularly well this game to kind of ward off the aggression.
In any case, the heroes are going to be going over to their lanes. We've got the Slardar with a pretty nice set here. Got the Dazzle, gonna help him out on top for a little bit. The Night Stalker is also going up there. The Zeus hanging out the mid lane, and the Slark will be solo on bottom against the Faceless Void. Interesting matchup there. The Slark versus the Faceless Void. The Slark can steal a lot of damage from Void, and I don't think the Void is going to win that auto attack battle. So it'll be an interesting lane, definitely. I think the Slark definitely has the edge there. You can see a face off here at the top rune spot. We've got Night Stalker running away from a couple of sports, but the Slardar is in from behind. They got to be careful. Viper's standing on the rune. He will end up getting it, and no kills will happen there. Slark will take the rune on bot.
Is this gonna be another aggro try? Try versus try. I like it.
Try v try. Lots of kills, hopefully, and lots of action there on the top lane.
Slark versus Void in the off lane. That could be fun too, I think.
Yeah, the Slark can just do a lot of work versus the Void. I think he definitely has the advantage with the Essence Shift. I don't think Void can go against that as well, even though he does have the Time Walk. So he's going to be able to stay alive. I just don't think he's going to be able to get as much farm. So a couple heroes on that top lane. It is 2 melee and 1 ranged versus 1 melee in the Sven and 2 ranged.
Sven's still getting last hits though. I feel like when he's alone against 3 heroes like that, he shouldn't be getting anything. They're giving way too much
the Slark onto the Void, he is getting hit by those Essence Shifts, and Slark doing quite a bit of damage here.
Wow.
Oh, Dazzle turns away. Could have probably gotten that kill there, but
I think he could have got it,
yeah. Because he had the creeps tanking underneath tower. Now the casket comes out, bouncing around bippity bop onto the Radiant heroes. And it's just going to allow Sven to get a little bit of space and force back the Radiant heroes.
This Viper's doing a good job zoning out the Zeus. Not letting him get anything without coming too close.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of zoning. He can with the corrosive skin, making the Zeus do less damage, and not really. He's getting slowed down as well when he's putting out those spells. So the Viper doing pretty well against the Zeus so far. Right now, 8 for 2 against his 4 for 0.
That death was huge for the Void because he lost an entire wave of creeps. He's probably still level 2 right now.
He may also be level 1.
He might be actually, yeah.
He's level 1, 0 XP at this point. He's trying to get a little bit from the creeps, but he just got forced out by the Slark early and really not doing well at all in this offlane.
Yeah. He can't really do much at all, honestly. The Slark has superior movement speed. Once he uses one
hold that thought. On the mid lane, we've got Viper going in onto the Zeus. He will end up getting the kill, but he may pay for it with his own. Oh, he gets a nice fairy fire, and he's going to stay alive there. So the first blood will go to the mid lane. And Faceless Void continues to try to labor and get some XP on that bottom lane.
What do you think about this top lane right now? I mean, Dire's definitely winning it, but Slardar and Night Stalker in the same lane, it's not that great, honestly.
Yeah, we're gonna get a stun in here from the Witch Doctor and the stun. And Slardar's gonna easily stop that, make sure that they get out. You know, I don't think that there's a whole lot that the Witch Doctor and Sven can do about it right now. So I don't think it's too much of a problem to have the Night Stalker and the Slardar there. The real question though is, do you need them there? I'm pretty sure that the Night Stalker is just doing it to get some extra XP and not have to roam so much. I'm sure when it turns to 4 minutes, the Night Stalker is going to get a lot more active. But it's also taking a couple of levels away from the Slardar early.
Yeah, I feel like the NS is not going to be that high level. I mean, it's going to be nighttime, but he's probably going to have 2 spells and not a lot of movement speed. But he already has boots, so I guess that's at least decent. I feel bad for the Zeus. He's just getting bullied.
I mean, he can do literally nothing against the Viper. I mean, the Viper has so much magic resistance, this Zeus.
Yeah.
Level 4 right now. I'm sure the Viper's going to have his ultimate soon, and at that point, it's just bad news bears for the Zeus and GG on that mid lane. GG mid, easy.
Slark has so much farm right now, getting completely free lane. The Void still 0 CS.
At least he has some XP now.
Yeah. There, you got 1 CS.
Amazing. Viper being aggressive on the mid lane. He could get going in here. He's got creeps all around him, and the last smackdown will come from the Zeus of all things of the auto attack, and we'll take out Viper on mid lane. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that.
Yeah, as soon as it turns nighttime, he's out there getting that kill. That's really good. Oh, the Slar doesn't get hit here by the cast as well, the Frostbite. Here comes the Sven stun. No, he's fast enough to get away.
Yeah, he's out of range, and
yeah.
They were really good about not stacking the stuns there, though. They pretty much take the full duration out of it, just making sure that they maximize their potential there. Even though they weren't able to get the Sven stun off, they did the best they could to try to get it.
There might have been some miscommunication there, because I think this when the 2 supports went in on that Slider, I think the Sven was still farming creeps. If he kind of moved in a little earlier when they noticed it, I think he could have got the Sven stun off.
But I gotta hit my creeps, bro. I gotta hit those.
That's true. Hey, maybe those 2 creeps or so will give him that item early on and win the game. That early Hemodom to get that those ancient stacks faster.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Viper getting a little bit of harass from the Night Stalker in the mid lane once again. Almost 6 minutes, about halfway through the first nighttime. And I would assume that's where he goes back into lane and tries to get some levels once again. With the kill on the mid lane, the Viper's level progression has slowed down a little bit.
Still farming up a Storm, though.
Yeah, he's still doing pretty well.
Yeah, he's probably going to go mech this game, I think. I don't think they have another mech carrier. I don't think either of the supports here are going to have enough items here to go mech.
Well, you could be right. Meanwhile, we have a stun here onto the Night Stalker. Gets hit by the casket, and the Frostbite comes through. Night Stalker, well, he silences the Sven. Unfortunately, the Witch Doctor will get the last hit.
That was perfect CC on that Night Stalker. They timed those stuns and Frostbites and Sven stuns perfectly to get that kill.
Indeed, they did. Well, that's going to slow down the action a little bit here. 1 kill to 2 so far. We're 7 minutes into the game. And the Slark is farming up a Storm. However, the rest of his team having a little bit of trouble in their lanes. It's really, the bottom lane is really the only one that they've done well. And they have gotten a killer and a little bit of pressure on the Viper, unfortunately. He's still doing very well.
Yeah, they missed that bottle pass when the NS TP'd in. He still has overcharges. He needed that to maintain that lane. Gonna have to wait for the next rune now.
Indeed, a bit of a misplay. And it'll probably leave that Zeus kicking himself a little bit.
What do you think about this no point and dash on the Slider? Do you usually go 2-2-1 or this 2-free build the correct way to do it?
It really depends. I don't think you're going to do a whole lot of auto attacking as the Slider, and I don't think it's going to interrupt too much. Casket bounces around, actually goes and hits the Slider. Oh, bounces between the catapult and the Slider. He will probably get this stun here. Hits it onto the Sven, and the last hit will come in from the Witch Doctor. Now he's trying to kill the Sven as he runs away with the God's Strength. However, the Zeus, he is out of mana. The Sven will probably get away. Has that salve available? Crystal Maiden, oh my gosh, she actually got killed by a neutral creep in that last fight.
Wow. That's quite unfortunate, because those casts are perfect. They hit the NS onto the Slardar back, and then just back and forth between the catapult and the NS. I mean the Slardar. That was really unfortunate for him.
Nice Stalker put out here, but the Slardar just goes right in on the supports. The cast bounces around.
Oh, this is the stun.
Yeah, he misses the stun, and now Viper comes in from the side, going for the Zeus, doing a lot of damage. He gets smacked down, racked down, and now Witch Doctor takes the kill. He's on a killing spree. Little purple dude.
The Slardar misses a stun and then body blocks his own teammate on the way back.
It was his own fault, right?
Yeah.
Little battle here between Slark and Faceless Void. Slark
I guess he would have died anyways.
Stacks. Yeah, I mean the Zeus was pretty much dead, a bit far up, and there was some nice positioning by the Viper.
Yeah.
So I think you're right.
The Void has his ult now. I wonder if he's gonna TP and rotate and get a kill?
He could do that, but the question is, how much space do you give to this Slardar? And he could always put some harass onto the Slardar and try to get a kill.
Every time that Void comes close, he just takes so much damage that has to leap away.
Yep. A couple of stuns and a lot of damage going on the Slardar. The stun by the stun goes onto the Zeus. Now he's got a lot of damage. The smash comes in by the Slardar. Now there's a Zeus. So Zingle taking a lot of damage. He may have to back up soon. But Zingle, he's getting chased down by a nice Slardar. He's going to be fine though. He's going to be absolutely fine. Wish Doctor goes forward. They just take a triple kill for High. I mean, this is the story of a couple of these matches. High just going absolutely insane on his mid lane here, getting triple kills and just doing a lot of work on the map. Currently, 1 kill to 7 here for Michigan. Just looking very good in this match.
There's just so many disables on the cask is just a nightmare for this team because they're running a Slark, Night Stalker, Slardar against a cask, and like you have to get close to stun, and you know they're not really doing any damage when that cask comes out.
Yeah, especially being all melee and have to get in that close. Cask is very easy to just bounce around them and wreaking a lot of havoc in these fights. Slark here, ready to go in, and Void, he may try to fight. He's going to go right in, and Slardar is here on the backside. The Death Ward will come through, and there will be the Shadow Dance used by the Slark, forcing Void to dance away. Slardar has another stun in a couple seconds, but there's a cask. Oh, he misses a stun once again. Now he's going to get frostbite underneath the tower. Are they able to do enough damage? They slow him down, and Slardar will get killed.
This Slardar is not having a good game at all.
Yeah,
he's missing those stuns by just like the smallest amount of area. Like they're so close, but regardless, they are missing, and he's kind of feeding.
Yeah, feeding a little bit. I mean, like I said, life did get a little bit hard for him on the top lane. He had to share levels with a Night Stalker. I don't think that levels would help him so much. I think the real problem here is the Dire just very good at kiting him. Sven going to use the Godsfang, trying to do some damage here. There's a nice smash by Slardar. No. And now Slardar wisely moves behind the fence, so he's not going to be able to cleave onto the heroes that were low on the Radiant side.
Who has a Midas? Was that Slark?
Yeah, Slark has a Midas.
Oh, okay. That Slark, when he jumped in, he didn't have enough mana for his dance. He had to back up. But luckily, the Slardar was there to save him.
Void will be putting some damage onto this bottom tier 1 tower. And a couple of heroes will center around the mid lane, and Dazzle just being a little bit far up, getting scouted at by this Observer Ward. And Viper doesn't seem too interested in going for this, and there's a timely invisibility rune for the Night Stalker. Gonna keep him away from the CM.
The Radiant is so underfarmed right now. The Zeus and the Slardar are close to nothing. Like, the Witch Doctor almost has more net worth than the Slardar right now.
That's quite a conjury that the Radiant are experiencing. They might have a gank here onto the Faceless Void. Faceless Void does not have that open for 10 seconds. Wow.
Jeez, that was a perfect leap. Right at the edge of that leap, it hit him. Right after he already leaped away. Really good.
Indeed. And they will end up getting the Faceless Void down, but here comes the Sven farming up these Ancients. He likes to go for the early Helm of the Dominator just so he can get these Ancients up very quickly and stack so he can have that big influx of farm early.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much you can really do about it. You have to de-ward it. I mean, you gotta ward block it or something.
Oh no, CM ultimate, let it go! Slark taking a lot of damage from it. He has a Shadow Dance available, but he uses it late. And here comes the Wish Doctor going through the Night Stalker. Sven has to back up. There's
20 health.
Yeah, he's getting away, and the Dazzle
walks
uses
in
the
to
Shallow
get destroyed
Grave.
by the... Wow.
Yeah, Faceless Void takes the kill there.
I don't know why they're going back in there. I mean, I see what the Slark tried to do. He tried to bait the Sven to get the kill, and then dance right after, but he kind of miscalculated that the CM didn't have an AoE spell to kill him off. And then, I don't know why these other heroes are going back in against the Death Ward. The Death Ward did so much damage there, almost full health bars on 3 different heroes.
Also, they didn't use the Chronosphere that fight, so they still have that. Although they don't have the Death Ward and the Freezing Field to combo with it this time. I honestly don't understand why Slark didn't use the Shadow Dance earlier.
Yeah.
It's not like he has to stop hitting the other heroes when he uses it. He can keep going. There was no reason not to use it there. In any case, the Slark goes back to the bottom lane, uses a Midas. He spent a couple of moments with it on cooldown, or off cooldown rather.
They're gonna have to silence him real quick. Are they get silenced? No, they will not. I mean,
yeah,
he had support on the. Honestly, I think if they went on him, they could have just cast a Novid and might even got some return kills there.
Yeah, he had a Chrono too.
Yeah.
And they can just TP people in there, get the Sven in there possibly, who has the God Strength. I mean, that would have been a bad situation for them, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is the Chronosphere, along with the Death Ward just taking out the Slark on the bottom lane. And well, he got a lot of farm. Unfortunately, he's not been able to make as much out of it, as he will go down on the bottom lane.
Oh man, this is not looking good at all for the Radiant team. It's going downhill from here. I think the better late game is on Michigan as well.
Viper somehow gets the kill.
Oh god,
Lots of damage on the
Radiant's bottom tower is under
and there's no
attack.
stun. He's just absolutely out of there. And
There's
meanwhile,
nothing they can do.
the bottom
Radiant's
tower did go
bottom
down to
tower is
Faceless
falling.
Void and the Witch Doctor. And
Is
it's being
Slar-
very aggressive.
Is Slardar even close to a blink yet?
I don't think so. It's really is just going to be one big fight that maybe the Radiant do well in. That's going to get Slark the Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Slark going to get that time dilation on him, which he's got a lot of low cooldown spells, which really hurts the Slark. He does need to be a lot careful with that on him, and it makes things a lot more difficult. This blink does come out from the Slardar, so we were just talking about that. It manages to get it up in reasonable time, but the Dire, they're already very far ahead, and does blinking in as a Slardar really help you so much? Slark takes the Midas creep by there, right there, by the
How
way.
is this Witch Doctor so rich? How does he have 4K net worth already? This is crazy.
You see that egg he's got in his satchel? It's actually a very rare egg, and he sells it for money.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did not expect that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Freezing Field comes through by the CM. Time Dilation going to get used onto the Slark. Slark has a Shadow Dance available, and Void's
He's
Chrono
trying to
is
save
down.
it for the very last moment.
He's got the Shadow Dance. He will be able to TP out under the guise of the Shadow Dance.
That was actually a pretty good move.
He definitely knew that he used it, went over to the side shop to get a TP, and then was able to get out. And it's very fortunate that the Void didn't have Chrono up.
NS pops his ult. Are they gonna go for this? I don't think they can. Just defending the tower right now. 4-man defend in the mid. While they farm bot, they farm mid. It's not looking good.
Yeah, right now, Michigan just have so much map control, and UCF, their warding is okay. They have some vision of the river, but they're just not able to do too much on the map, even at nighttime.
God, the Sven is just getting out of control right now.
What is he at? He's at
8.7k net worth.
yeah. That's quite a bit. Bit much for 18 minutes. Maybe Zingle has finally, like, I don't know, paid someone off to use his computer and is smurfing now. He's playing a lot better this match and not doing as badly.
He's kind of given this all the space in the world right now, honestly.
Right. Now Viper in the mid lane. Well, I guess he has to take up the beating, as he does end up taking the
Oh my
Zeus
god,
down.
the Zeus still dies after all of that.
Yeah, so much burn damage there.
A 4v1 and it becomes a trade. That's just not good.
I mean, that's a pretty,
Yeah.
I guess we'll say
a
underestimated way of putting it.
Oh, he almost got both the heroes there. That would have been a lot better if he got the what a stun.
And nice double stun by Spider, going to take out the CM and the Witch Doctor. Unfortunately, here comes a Spark in from the side. Shadow Dance will end up taking down the Witch Doctor, and now Sven, he's doing the God Strength. He almost takes down the Night Stalker, but the Night Stalker will go down. Meanwhile, the Slark on the backside, he leaps in, but he's just going to leap into a bunch of pain.
A dieback from the Night Stalker. He was already at the bottom network, now he's even lower. Triple blink daggers were just picked up by the Dire. Did you see that? All 3 blink daggers picked up on Void, CM, and Sven.
Coordinator blink dagger buying. It's a new thing.
Maybe they're multi-boxing. I don't know. But that does not bode well at all for the Radiant team. What do they even do now? How do they can't spread the map out? They can't farm. The Zeus is when he tries to kill anything, he kills himself against the Viper. It's just
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I know you don't want to say it, but the situation is turning quite... No, I'm not going to say it either. I can't do that. I would probably get roasted. It's not going to happen this time. I'm not going to give in. The Radiant are just in trouble right now. Yeah. That's how you say it.
So, I guess Deuce does get an item here against the Yules. That'll help against some of the damage coming from the Viper, I guess. He can Yules himself after a fight.
I mean, the Yule Scepter will definitely allow the Zeus to survive a little bit in the fight, possibly. But that's also assuming you don't have a Chrono on top of him. And... I mean, you can't Yule Scepter in a Chrono. You can't Yule Scepter while you're stunned. It makes things a little bit tougher for him. Well, if they... I mean, it doesn't change things if they get the right initiations anyway.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, the Dire, they will end up taking the Roshan here. Fairly quickly taking it down. And I guess this is going to be an Aegis going to the Sven. They will immediately smoke and go towards that mid lane. The bottom lane has pushed in, so they're not going to be going for the damage onto that. They may try to stop the Radiant push on top. Well, they seem to be rather indecisive right now, trying to, I don't know, find somewhere to go on the map. We have the CM and Witch Doctor. They're very far up here. They're going to freeze the Night Stalker. And the rest of their team may be showing up. Void goes forward, gets a Chrono on 1. He's not been getting the best Chronos here. And, well, all that damage from the Zeus is going to get quickly taken off of him by that Time Hawk. The Witch Doctor does go down to the Spark on the backside, but oh no. There's the stun and the kill by the Sven. And, well, the Dazzle will also join the Night Stalker in the fountain. Well, in the end, it's a couple supports going down. And Spark looking for the courier. Oh, he leaps up and is not going to find it. It's pretty close there. Sven continues to push in the top lane. And they will push that tower and do quite a bit of damage to the tier 2 tower in top. I believe Phil was trying to give us some wisdom there.
Oh my god, how long is that muted for?
I think 4 hours.
Alright, it's like I wasn't even here.
I mean, I knew you were here. I felt your presence. I missed you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't know how my mic keeps getting muted. But anyways, this is not looking good.
That's exactly what I would have said. This is not looking good.
I think that's the last thing I said before I got muted, and it's well, I'll say again.
I mean, we could keep saying it this whole match until it ends, if you want.
Oh man.
In any case. 6 kills to 19 in favor of Michigan right now. This Sven just absolutely massive, almost has a BKB. When that happens, there's really going to be nothing that the Radiant can do against him. And he's going to be doing so much damage. Here comes the Sven in from the backside. God straight through. Almost. Oh, wow! 3 hits. That's some cleaves going onto the Night Stalker. And now the Slark trying to get away. Sven going to get slowed down. Can't swing that blink. And, well, Void comes through. There's a time hop forward, and the time dilation will go on to Dazzle.
Oh,
Dazzle
nice
trying
scepter.
To get out. Yeah, nice Ghost Scepter. I mean, somehow the Dazzle got some
I think he's
control.
dead though.
Unfortunately, sir, you seem to be right. And meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the Viper is getting some kills. Zeus goes up in the air and almost goes down, but not quite. Will bottle up.
At least you get a return kill, but regardless, that's not good. When a Sven jumps on you 1v3, almost kills 2 of you, and you just retreat after that. It's not looking good at all.
Indeed, good. It is not looking here for... Oh no, Bash Lord, and the Chrono comes through. Slark way too far up, ends up going down. No Shadow Dance for you, sir. You do have buyback, but it's 60 seconds till you normally respawn. You're going to have to put quite an investment into that. So the push comes in through the mid lane. You've got the Dire doing quite a bit of damage to the tier 2 tower. Zeus trying to do everything he can to try to spam them out with the Arc Lightning, but in the end, the tower will go down with the help of a catapult. Good old Cardi leading the Dire in to take their 5th tower of the game.
Still one tier 1 up for the Dire team. It's just they gotta do something. I don't know how they come back into this game right now, honestly. It's maybe like a Scotty was just given to Slark right now. That might help. I don't know.
I mean, if you could just give items to meanwhile, Blink
Oh,
Forward,
God.
BKB, big BKB Sven, and I don't want to talk about him anymore. Here comes a casket, almost gets the kill onto Zeus. Zeus trying to get out, and he uses a Ghost Scepter. Sven can't hit that, but he will throw out a stun.
Wow. Oh, God. I almost thought he was gonna get out of that. That was pretty crazy. He almost made it out.
Here comes Slark with the leap in onto Witch Doctor, doing quite a bit of damage, getting all those Essence Shift stacks up, but now Slark, he's going to get Frostbite enough, doesn't have that.
Oh, God. He can't even kill the Witch Doctor right now.
Yeah, I mean, he was forced to back after using that entire Shadow Dance duration, and that's 3 down. Buyback on the Slark, so they're really going to have to be counting on this defense.
Yeah, the Aegis expires and Sven's full health now. I don't know how to defend this, honestly.
Well, they're going to have to try as hard as they can. They do have the Dazzle Ultimate, which is going to help decrease the armor, and they also have the Slaughter. Well, that's quite a bit of minus armor that would be going onto the Dire.
I think was just playing with him against the Slark. He was trying to bait the Stormbolt, so Slark would use his that thing, and then he wouldn't budge though. He did not get baited on that. But that was just funny watching him do that near the tower.
Yes, Sven's trying to play with the head of Slark right now, and they'll continue pushing in through the bottom lane. The other lanes are fairly pushed out, but you get the feeling here that if the Dire can take a fight, they're probably going to end the game, and that'll be it. Going the full distance in this best of 3. 27
Tower goes down.
Right now, Michigan looking pretty good. And here comes the blink in. Double Chrono.
Oh, what a Chrono.
And now the Dazzle gets a nice Ghost Scepter once again. Smarter trying to get out. There's a grave by the Dazzle. It's not going to happen though. Christmas will take out the Dazzle, and now Smarter feeling pretty bad. Will buy back, feeling pretty good now. And now they're going to go onto the Faceless Void. Stormhammer in on the 2, and now the Night Stalker will find. He'll actually get into base with a nice four-man smash by the Slardar. And now they will end up taking the final. Oh well, there's a Fortify right there, but it might be a little bit late for it, as this ranged rack is almost down. Double stun by the Slardar, but it might not be enough. Lots of damage being done by the Sven, just smacking him down with that big sword of him. Big swords, big compensation, but, you know, I mean, at least it kills people, right? The Slark will get slowed down a bunch, and the Void is going to get forced back by the Night Stalker. Another time hop available, and there's the smoke. The Dire, they're going to try to get out. Viper actually very far up right now.
That Viper doesn't give a damn right now. He's just like, come at me. But they do retreat. They're going to play it safe. Unless the Sven's going to turn around. No, they are going to retreat.
Well, they have a BKB in a couple seconds. He does have an item getting delivered on the courier, though. I'm going to guess that's some crits. They want to end this game pretty fast. Faceless Void down to the... Well, he actually gets jumped on by the Slark. He has a Time Walk available, and he just wants to wait out. Baits it! BKB! God Strength Sven! Linking onto the Slark. Slark going to continue going for the Faceless Void. He really wants something. Faceless Void going to blink away, and now there's the damage going onto the Night Stalker. He tries to TP out. Not going to happen, son. And the kill will occur. Yeah, he's down for...
Slark does get away, though. But
yeah,
they didn't gain anything either, you know.
They get a Night Stalker down, and really it's not worth a whole lot. He's down for 20 more seconds now. I mean, that's barely anything. So they can afford to just feed in these Night Stalker kills for a while now.
Sven is almost double net worth with Slark. Crystal Maid and Witch Doctor are almost up to par with Slark right now.
Well, here comes the push onto the mid lane. Sven has picked up the Daedalus. He's getting it delivered on the courier right now. They're all getting healed up with that Witch Doctor restoration there. And, well, here comes the creep wave. This could be it for the Radiant. So Sven getting ready. He's ready to clear up the creeps. He's got the Daedalus in his inventory. Witch Doctor has an Aghanim Scepter. They've got that Chrono available by the Void. And this could be the Radiant's last stand. You've got Sven doubling up the net worth of the Slark right now. And basically all the cores on the Dire are ahead of the Slark right now as well. They're actually going to back up. They're going to go for the Roshan. And
I just spawned, I think.
Yeah, I don't think the Radiant are in any position to respond to this.
Not at all. They can't leave their base at all. They have no vision. The Dire sees everything that's happening with that ward at the bottom high ground. And Roshan's dying very quickly. Is this Cheese as well, I think? No, it's just Aegis.
Yeah, so just the Aegis on Viper. Sven doesn't want to drop any items for this, so they're just going to push in and try to take the big fight to end the game. I believe if the Radiant lose here, they're not going to be able to really do anything else, and that'll be the game for the Dire. So here we go once again up the mid lane. They've got the Aegis in the Viper's inventory. God's Strength goes in by the Sven, doing quite a bit of damage to the tower. And
he just walks up there.
Yeah, they can't do anything about this.
Yeah.
And meanwhile on the backside, Slark's going after the Witch Doctor. Slark gets a nice double stun onto the Viper and the Sven, but there's the no.
God,
there
used
to be a hero called
1300 crit.
Now Sven just running at the enemy team. I mean, he hardly cares. The Zeus is forced to buy back, but honestly, do you really want to do that? Yeah, that's GG. That's it.
Yeah.
Michigan are going to take this game 3 in the best of 3, and with that, they will take the series 2-1. It was in question for a while. First 2 games were pretty close, but 7 kills to 34. Game 3, not close at all. Sven going absolutely ham, and the trio of the Witch Doctor, Crystal Maiden, and Void just worked pretty well together.
Yeah, for sure. Those Void ults paired with the Crystal Maiden ult and the Witch Doctor were huge. They helped them kill the Slark before he can even dance. Viper dominated mid. Sven got free farm all game. Yeah, I mean, the Night Stalker and the Slark just weren't effective early game, and the Zeus got dominated. So the only person that was doing anything was Slark.
Yeah, the Slark, I mean, he did as best as he could, and he got 177 last hits. That's pretty good, 462 GPM, but against the onslaught from the Dire, the Slark really wasn't enough to cut it. So, unfortunately, the Dire, they're going to take this one. They take this set 2-1. University of Michigan looking pretty good. And what do you think we're going to see further in the league from these guys?
I mean, I don't know what the standings are right now, but Michigan looks pretty scary. I like the way they play. I like their team fighting. Every single one of their players seems to play really well, especially their mid player. High is pretty crazy. He's kind of dominated every game he's played. And yeah, their void is scary as well. He always gets, at least 2 heroes in every chrono, it seems like, and there's always someone backing him up.
Yeah, I mean, even though some of the chronos weren't the best in that fight, I really like the way they worked with the Crystal Maiden and the Witch Doctor. Just make sure that the chrono always resulted in a kill. Just put the Death Ward outside, drop down the freezing field, and that's nearly a guaranteed kill every single time.
For sure.
Is there anything else you wanted to point out from that match? I mean, it's a long match, 3 games. We saw quite a bit from these teams, and honestly, I can't wait to see more.
Definitely, man. All right. I guess it's time for that raffle.
Yeah, we're going to go to a break right now, and right after that, we will have the raffle. So stay tuned, guys. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Thanks for watching that game, and we'll be right back. So we saw a couple of matches today. They were pretty interesting, but now I guess we'll get to what everybody was waiting for tonight, Phil. They're going to give away the headset.
I want to win a headset. I already have one of these nice headsets here, but I think that Steel Series one's way better. Way better.
I mean, it looks pretty good on you. So, wow. Oh my gosh. What a play. It looks like Zingle actually won the raffle. So congrats to him, you little butt. Congrats on winning that headset. Looks like you are going to be receiving a Steel Series headset pretty soon. Congrats, and thank you everybody for watching tonight. That's going to do it for the AVGL and the stream, and for Phil and myself. Thank you for watching. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. You'll see them at the bottom of the screen right now. And I guess that's going to do it for us. Anything else you want to say to the folks, Phil?
No, thanks for tuning in. Hope to cast again, and thanks for watching AVGL. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune into the next stream. It'll be happening tomorrow. We got some CSGO coming right at you tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. We'll be coming at you with some more matches, more tickets, more headsets, more fun, more esports. And I'm running out of more, so may as well just shut it off now. Cheers, everybody. Have a good one.